Let's get a view on some key macro themes driving markets this week. Peter McGuire from XM joins us now. Hi, Peter. Welcome to the program. Just talk us through how equity markets are set up to start the week.
Well, good morning, Nadine. I think it was a really nice bounce as far as Tokyo this morning. And if you're looking as far as what happened with the Dow, that was a big push up, 1.51% up on Friday. So overall, it seems to be, I think, a bullish trend over the next day or two. We've got a fair bit of data coming out this week, so I'm just hanging onto our hat and realising that I think it could be a little bit of a bumpy ride later on.
All right, so let's get to some of what we're expecting this week, and the ECB is a big one, isn't it?
You betcha. I think that it's very much dialed in. As far as what impact that's going to have is, 25 basis points. I think they'll probably have another cut sometime over the next couple of months as well, Nadine. That's what the market seems to be saying. And, the differential between their rate and, of course, the Fed widens. So I'm expecting to see, further softness as far as euro against the dollar and probably a number of other trading currencies.
All right. So the ECB is one. We also are expecting a rate cut from the Bank of Canada because inflation there is waning.
Absolutely. They are coming off the blocks on Wednesday, so they could be in front of the ECB, which is on Thursday. So, I wouldn't be surprised for the Canadians to cut, and their numbers are relatively good in the sense where, their target range as far as inflation and so on. So, yes, a cut there, and I wouldn't be surprised again to see another cut maybe in a few months after this one weaves into the market.
Why don't we just skip to OPEC? I'm really curious to get your thoughts on these production cuts that will remain in place.
Absolutely, Nadine. Well, over the third quarter, this is what I gleaned from it. So we've got that July, August, September, those cuts are going to remain, and then it'll be a slow weaning off as far as those cuts. And so production will kick up a little bit. And there seems to be I think the meat and potatoes of the story, because we've got higher prices. That's what the OPEC wanted. So you've seen prices be pulled back. But they want higher prices, and they're going to manage that with higher, they believe, production. They're conscious as far as the numbers being achieved by US, and they're producing at almighty numbers as far as US crude production. So all of this goes into the melting pot as far as OPEC plus. And over the next year, I think you'll see, further upside as far as production, and they want higher prices. I was just reading something in the FT just now. $3.19 a barrel. That's what it's costing Saudi Aramco to retrieve oil from their fields.
Well, okay. So we are watching oil then to start this week. What is happening in terms of digital assets? So we've had a lot of enthusiasm for Ether, because of this, potential ETF. We've got Bitcoin as well. What do you make of the moves that we're seeing?
Well, our traders are loving it. I mean, there's plenty of volatility, and you've got that running at around about, 67,800 for Bitcoin at the moment, Nadine. It's been choppy. It's certainly been down over the last couple of weeks, down to as low as, the high 50s, and then all the way through to nearly 70 odd. So it's showing plenty of volatility, and I wouldn't be surprised for that to remain. There seems to be a lot of not only attraction to it, but the realization you've got also the precious metals market has been pushed up strongly. So let's see how that ETF gets rolled out as far as Ethereum. And that will be another, I think, attraction to the market. And I wouldn't be surprised for it to even have a better second half than what they experienced in the first half.
All right. So a big week, lots of volatility that you had potentially gotten your notes for later in the week. Is that correct, Peter?
Yeah, very much so. Well, when you think about it, Nadine, Wednesday rate cuts for Canada are on the books. Thursday ECB, Friday non-farm payroll. So all of that, I think, is going to add a lot of horsepower to the back end of the week, and the impact that's going to have naturally to currency markets and for the cross rate. So I think plenty of fun and games over the latter part of the week. I'm really expecting to be quite volatile, and that's what traders want. They want movement, Nadine.